What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Musume video, and as you guys see, we are here in the League of Heroes once again. It is the final day for, at least for us, because obviously we're not going to make it to, the top 96 in order to go to the extra stage. So we're just here doing the final day, our final 10 tickets, to see if we can even make it a plat 4. I genuinely think I won't be able to make it a plat 4, but that's only based on the amount of points I need, the amount of tickets I have, and it's also going to depend on whether or not we can get these clean wins without really, getting anything else except a 1, 2, 3 majority of the time. So we'll see how we can do. Sunny 1 and 7. Don't want to use it just yet, so we'll just do that. Let's just get this started, get the comments ready. Be here for a full 10 sets of races, so we'll be all right. Also, I am kind of, as I'm recording right now, it is literally about an hour and a half from the time I usually post. Kinda had a moment and didn't record earlier. My body was basically saying, no, you're gonna sleep a little bit longer. I'm just like, all right. Well, we didn't get a clean win there. Top of that, when I also did wake up, my stomach was a little upset, so I'm okay right now. Hopefully it's just a small thing. And also, yeah, I should be fine by Wednesday. Yes, today. I should be fine by the end of this week, most likely to be all right to walk around and all that. Light limp now, not really too much, but don't want to be clumsy and re-aggravate it. But other than that, let's just start going over the comments. So we only have a couple comments, not too much, so we should be able to go through this quite fast. So I'll just take my time going over it. First comments from Nova, I forgot to mention that. Why do I feel like you're trying to compete with me in terms of how many gachas we're playing? Maybe I'll need to bring back Azure Lane, Heavens Burns Red, and King's Raid back into the daily rotation. Honestly, fourth place. I may be unintentionally. The real reason why I'm going back to like all these old games and all that I've played in the past, whether or not I've played it for a long time or not, like Azure Lane, it's just because I did genuinely like felt all right playing those games. It's not like I stopped playing them because I didn't like the game. It just, other games just needed more attention. And also, I think the last time I like logged in Azure Lane pretty much on a daily basis was I think the last time I used BlueStacks, which was pretty much a while ago, because I was pretty much using BlueStacks primarily before I was just recording with my phone. You guys can probably tell, as I don't use DMM, but yeah, recently started using BlueStacks again, so big opportunity for some old games that I used to play that I still have on my phone to possibly make a comeback. So Azure Lane is actually a good candidate for that. Since I don't pretty much do anything much except dailies there, unless it's like an event or something. I've actually played Heaven Burns Red, except for some reason at one point I just couldn't log in anymore, and then I think it was due to the it's pretty much like Pretty Derby, like it pretty much figured out that I wasn't in Japan, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I think that's what it was, because when I played with a VPN, it kind of loaded. It started feeling like Pretty Derby when I would play with a VPN on. So I'm kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. And then as for King's Raid, I actually have never heard of that, I think. There are a couple other games that I could also bring back, but as of right now, the games that are possibly able to come back with, it would be Arc Knights, if I feel depending on how I feel after the anniversary, obviously. Azure Lane, which most likely should be able to make a comeback to my list, since I'm just gonna do dailies on it unless there's like an event. There was also a couple games that I played in the past I tried logging into, trying to see if I had linked it to any of my like emails or I guess social media. It was a hit and miss. So definitely some games were lost due to that. But other than that, just been pretty... what is it called? Echo Apocalypse? That game's actually not too bad. I've actually been playing it quite a bit. I think I'm already in like chapter 13, 14 in the main story. Not too bad. It's not too bad. Pretty easy to, you know, manage, I guess, once I get my bearings, I guess, in it. I don't know. It doesn't feel too complicated at the moment. It feels fine. But let me continue on with the comment. Eversoul's probably the first idol gacha I tried, and I think it's decent. They are generous with their epic souls, as the normal banner only has a 30 pity, probably the lowest pity count I've seen in a game. If you're worried about it not being cultured, then no need to worry about that. Oh, it's an idol gacha game. Interesting. I don't think I've fully committed to an idol game. I don't think so. Not idol like Love Live and Idol Master. Like idol as in wait, and games that play in the background for you, I guess would be the best way to describe it. As for anime, I did catch up to all the animes I want to watch this season. Dang. I gotta say that Isekai Instant Death anime is probably the best OP song I've heard in a while. It got no reason to be this good. I'll probably check it out then. I think I mentioned this anime. I don't remember. I don't remember. About like this being an anime I wanted to see, something like that. I most likely will see it since it's an isekai. Normally I tend to fall to just see how these isekais do anyway. I'm just glad that League of Heroes is done, so I don't feel sad about losing some of the races. I still dislike the feeling of PvPs in my gachas. PvE for life. I don't know, I think PvP in gacha games is also what makes it a gacha game, if you get what I'm trying to say. I guess like PvP is like a way to like not only flex if you're like a heavy like whale in this game or any game you play, but also just like, you know, flexing your characters and all that. I don't know. I don't really have an issue with PvP. I tend to, like, honestly speaking, I tend to shy away from it, especially if I don't feel like competitive to do it or anything. I'm just pretty much just like, not bad. It's just, like for Eminence, the just PvP aspect of it, when you're just basically going against I guess NPCs of set teams that they put for defense. For the single team one, I'm pretty much just stuck in the 200 to 300s. There's just too many whales. The gap between my team score and their team score is about like 10k plus, depending on who it is. So yeah, I tend to not really take PvP aspects in gachas a little too serious, but I do just at least sometimes participate just to see how it is, or just to fulfill dailies. Honestly, I'm just there to enjoy the game. But that is pretty much Nova's comment. But Tanoki had replied saying, I love PvP though. The stakes is what keeps these things interesting or interesting. Else I just play a chill collecting RPG. Many of those around that aren't gachas. There's just this, I'm free to play, but I manage my resources very well to compete edge that I have. I think it depends on the game for me. If I like really, really enjoy the game and I guess the PvP gameplay is pretty good. I don't know really how to describe it. I'd probably be more into PvP, but as how it's been for me for gacha games, I haven't really cared too much about PvP. Yes, maybe I do unintentionally, or like, what's it called, subconsciously do care, but if I'm not going to spend on the game, then I can't really expect myself to do the best in any PvP in any game, unless like I've done very well in managing my resources, like Tanoki says. Or if it's like Pretty Derby, then I got really lucky on my RNG run for training. So it all depends on the game, I guess. And then Nova had responded saying, I only like PvP when I can win. I need more money. And that is the issue. And that is the issue with PvP. Usually people who enjoy it are people who wins. And usually the people who wins are the people who spend money. Like a lot of money. But you can also have fun PvP if you're just there for the experience rather than needing to win. But yeah, pretty much it. I don't like to think about the PvP aspect a little bit too much, because it may or may not decrease or increase the interest I have for the game. So I don't know. And we've been getting 4th place. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th one I've gotten. Definitely not making it to Plat 4. But other than that, thank you for the comment, Nova, and also the reply to Noki. Next comment is from Tanoki. I've hit Plat, but you're right. Like you said, League of Heroes is just less competitive than CM. Congrats on hitting Plat on your first League of Heroes. Yeah, Plat isn't really the issue. It's more like seeing if we can reach Plat 4. We do probably want some motivation on this, although I do need to save 3 of them, so that's all I got. What if I use this? Trying to spread out the, I guess, buffs or whatever. But yes, League of Heroes is less competitive because pretty much you're just trying to see how far you go. in the ranking system. Pretty much just think of it as like an event boss, and you're trying to see how much damage you can deal to it in a set amount of time, and based on that will be your rank for said event, something like that. That's pretty much what League of Heroes seems to me, except it's just, you know, 5 races and a single ticket, and you get points out of it. But 33k carats and waiting for a good banner. Oh, you have whole pity right there. Starting in December has been an awkward time. I desperately need stuff to improve. I do have the resources, but the looming Annie. I'll just go out the window if a good Uma banner happens, but so far, not too inspiring on that end. I don't know, I'd say December is not too bad. Obviously, starting a new gacha game usually lies between like starting it from the beginning or any anniversary, half anniversary, annual anniversary. Those are like usually peak times to join or start a gacha game. But honestly, I don't think December's too bad because you get your time to get your bearings in the game, learn the game and all that, while also being able to farm. Since you start in December, that gives you what, 2 months, a little over 2 months to prep for the anniversary, which you have 33k carat jewels already, which is pretty darn good. So you'll pretty much be set for one whole pity for a character, or maybe you get lucky with the character in the anniversary and you end up using it for support cards. Who knows? But we should most likely be getting 10 free pulls. I think 10 free pulls or free daily pulls on the support cards for I think 10 days. I think. But yeah, I don't think it's kind of awkward, but at the same time, I think it works out. I guess depending on how you think about it. Like if you think about it as a way to get your bearings done with the game and learn it as much as you can before like the anniversary where you start pulling characters and all that. I guess it just pretty much all depends on how you see it. But yeah, for me, I'm just been pretty much saving because of the amount of banners I've went through not being able to pull the character. Theoretically or technically speaking, I would have been better off not pulling if that was the case. But then I would have gotten Swimsuit Suzuka. So I guess it's alright. But one character out of what, five banners that I committed on. Not really commit, but like pulled on. I definitely committed on Kia's banner because there was no way I was gonna let that go away. But yeah. Other than that, thank you for the comment, Tanoki. Next comment is from Eugen. Day 5 of League of Heroes with the same lineup. Same here, pretty much the same lineup. Got some platform people here. Just UEs. I still haven't seen the UD. Could just be me. But I haven't seen a UD rank just yet, but how many tickets do we even have left? I don't even remember anymore. But at the 5 tickets, reach Platinum 1 with 22,750 points. At 10 tickets, reach Platinum 3 with 26,780 points. By the way, this is a comment from Eugen, just in case I didn't say it, but I'm pretty sure I did. Day 6 or last day for average trainers. Pretty much, yeah. I reached Plat 4 with a score of 30,610 points. My ace for this League of Heroes is Agnes Digital with 62.7% win. I guess 62.7% of the wins, 16% of the old Agnes Digital, and then 21.7% for Twin Turbo, and lastly 8 for Smart Falcon Live. Now I have 2 Star Platinum 4 titles, and later we'll get 3-star Twin Turbo's Platinum title. For me, it's most likely, I don't know, Tatomai got some wins, but it's most likely going to be Cap, Falcon, Tatomai. Cap definitely carried this whole League of Heroes for me, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I realized that my Falcon's unique didn't activate much with my setup. I should have known or noticed earlier and swap it with different escape Umas or use Shinko Windy. If I have Capano Ricky, that should fit the bill. Good. When I look at my rankings, I'm sorry, I feel disgusted or sick looking at all the lineups because around 90%, I think, from rank 1 to 300 is Capano Ricky, which should be expected. Probably the best dirt unit we have, I think. At least that's how it feels. Smart Falcon, which I'm assuming is the Grand Live one, because that's the one I see majority of the time. And Christmas Degree, which would make sense because it is a medium distance track. So using her would, using her pretty much would be the better way to go. And I don't blame people for using her. Me, on the other hand, I just simply use her because I like her. Sure, she is meta, but I originally do like her. As y'all know, she's in my top 3. But, well, that's meta for aiming on the top scores. Yep. But on the final race for top 96, some may change formation because they only need 1 Uma to be in first place. And then Eugen also added saying, I'm starting to post sprint CM rooms format from now on, and hopefully at least 2 people or 3 Umas can join per room. I don't really have any short distance ready for the next CM. So, and you do know me, when it comes down to these preparations, it usually always comes down to the end. I never at least get a decent enough, well, I probably do get decent enough ones, but it doesn't really, what's the word? I don't really feel content with, basically. So I just try to keep getting better results. But as you guys know, the game pretty much likes to give me around the same, if not below what I usually get. It's just kind of like, eh. Other than that, that is pretty much Eugen's comment. So that is Eugen's comment. So thank you for the comment, Eugen. Oh, we already did 1 set, and we are plat 2. I don't know if we'll make it. Well, do that. It was sunny, so we don't have any more of that. It's whatever. And then the next comment is actually the last comment, and it's from Ren. Eugen is winning every time. Will I ever beat him? Depending. Maybe later in the future when you get more cards. Maybe also depending on the character you use. It all depends. But also, Eugen does have a higher rank at the moment. With his UEs and all that. So, that also could most likely play a factor on you not winning. But it's alright. At least you get to, try out your characters and see where they are. The Nice Nature banner ends tonight. I wonder who it'll be. I don't know. Usually just like some kind of news on who the next banner is the night the current banner goes away. I don't see anything, to be honest. It could be maybe... We could be maybe on a break. Maybe they'll give us like a week break of not having a banner. But we can only time can tell. We'll figure it out later tonight, because usually they'll post it. Or maybe they'll not have a banner tonight and they'll post it tomorrow. Who knows? I really don't know. But let's see. Yeah, I also have Kafka, but after Kafka, I believe Black Swan is coming out. They showed a lot of Penacony characters, so I'm not too sure. But I think Black Swan and Sparkle should be the first two that are releasing. At least that's what I'm speculating. That's at least what I'm thinking. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and get more gems on my ult, maybe, so my ult could roll for Black Swan and my main can roll for Sparkle. I'm just pretty much gonna roll for both on my main. I do have an ult, but I haven't really spent time on it to progress or anything, really. I'm literally... I decided to make an ult, I think, towards the end of November or the beginning of December, just so you know. Basically, do what you do. Have it for an account for characters that I don't have. But I haven't really progressed past basically after landing on Bellabog. Well, basically speaking to Polia for the first time. That was like literally the last thing I did. And I haven't logged in the past maybe week or so. So I don't know. I sometimes find it to be a hassle to have an ult. It just means extra work for me, so I'm just like, But we'll see what happens. My Wonder Acute, something is wrong. She's in the leader position and she's really behind. Either everyone else was pretty much using just leaders and escapes, and she just ended up to be behind all the other leaders in the race, or she just did really bad. It's either or. I want to say maybe everyone else was just some leaders and some runners, but you never know. You never know. Ooh, we do have one more on that. I probably should have saved it, but you know what? I'm just gonna use it. The last three we'll just use the motivation one, which is pretty much the only one that's available after this one. But for League of Heroes, I made it a Plat 1. I think I'll only be able to get to Plat 2 for this League of Heroes. I really got to do this FGO event I was waiting for so I can get this free character / servant. I mean, Plat, pretty much just reaching Plat is fine. As long as you get majority of the rewards. The whole point of just making it to Plat 4 is just to simply get the, I guess, max amount of rewards that we can get. As for the FGO event, I hope you can farm for this servant character, whatever you want to call him, depending on how you call him, I guess. Honestly, I've played a bunch of gachas, but only a few of them remain, and my list will continue as the year goes on. Yeah, I played a lot of gachas over. Well, I've played gacha for a long time, and yeah, as the years go by, some of the ones that you play will eventually stop their services, which has happened to a lot of them. I think one of the older games that I do have, that not that I do have, but that I have played, I still do have it on my phone, believe it or not. But it's a game that I actually did spent a good amount of time when I originally was playing it. It's called Puzzles and Dragons. That game I did enjoy a lot. Probably was pretty serious in that game for quite a while. This was like, dude, 6 years ago. That game's old. I think it's like on its 10th anniversary or something like that. I'm not sure. And then there was what was that other game I used to play? It was like Brave something. See if I could Google it. Braves. Was it Brave Souls? No, that sounds like Bleach. I don't necessarily remember it. Gotcha game. Ooh. Brave Frontier. That's the game. I played that one a lot too in the past. So I'm pretty sure there was others before that. But I can't remember a lot of the games I played in the past. But yeah, they'll most likely add and decrease as time goes on for me. So we'll see how many more I can add and how many will get booted from the list. But let's see. New game. Which one is it? I thought I mentioned it. It was Ecopolypse, whatever that game's called. It's basically it's like Echo and Apocalypse mixed together. But yeah, it seems pretty fun. I did mention this yesterday and early in today's video. We made it a plat 3, so we need 3,000 to 280 points. 3 tickets. No, we can't make it because we max out at 1,000 points. Yeah, we're staying in plat 3. I guess we'll just finish the tickets that we have then. Because why not? Might as well. But Echo Apocalypse and then playing a little bit of Brown Dust here and there, just to progress in the story, I guess. Pretty much. Other than that, not really any new games. Yet. Yet. So we'll see what happens in the future. I hope this comment makes it since I did it fairly late. Your comment did make it. I did see it when you originally posted. What I mean by see it, just a notification. But it was gonna make it regardless because I started recording late. Like pretty late. As of right now, I have about an hour before the normal time that I usually post, and I still need to edit the video. Really quick. So video today might actually be a little past the normal time, just so I can get it out there. That's my fault. That's my fault. But looks like it wasn't Aguri doing the work, it was Smart Falcon. Smart Falcon won 56 times, Aguri won 42 times, and Wonder Acute won 1 race. Something must be really wrong. I'll have to replace her, but thanks for the video. No problem, as always. Thank you for your support. I'll be trying to get more things. I'll be trying to get more things for Rolling and Arc Knights through this anniversary event. I hope so, for me as well, because pretty much this anniversary will be the make or break of whether or not I guess continue. I don't know. Part of me is pretty much like, you're doing this again? You sure about this? So we'll see what happens. Other than that, Eugen had responded saying, disregard my win, just think it as a reference when you go for the upper ranks. In the first place, there's a huge gap in Uma ranks. Yep. but enjoy it and try it out. I don't know, it says enjoy to try it out, so it's kind of a little off for me. So trying to put it together. I'm assuming just enjoy it and try it out. I think the last time Nova participated, it was a close call on the finish line. Given that you two do have both UEs, it should be pretty close. In the future, you can beat me for sure. I'm just ahead of you on the start, and I think you have a better luck and support card since you have Max Limit Break Jungle Pocket, which is a good speed card to use. I think there's no problem with your Wonder Cute. It depends on the strategies of others Umas, or your speed is way too low compared to the average. That would make sense. And then Ren had responded 4 times saying, looks like I'm at 9,449 once again. I really don't know how this happens, but maybe it's a sign of luck. And after getting my 50 gems from the experience thing, I'm at 9,499. I can't make this up. Oh, that's what it says there. And then Ren had responded to Eugen saying that Jungle Pocket was a support one. I wish I was that lucky. Oh, I thought it was yours as well. Also, I'm excited to try out this high quality looking Otome game. It's called Love and Deep Space. Never heard of it. But other than that, thank you for your comments and also your replies. Ren, Eugen, Tanoki, and Nova. All right, let's continue. We do have 2 more tickets left, so this shouldn't take too long. Gonna stick to our motivation shake juice, whatever it is, and just go on with that. Nothing much going on for me, at least. Obviously, since I just been recovering from my ankle sprain. But I'm just glad that I'm just glad that it basically took me, what, 2 days to basically find a way to sit with an ankle sprain. But imagine if it was worse than what it was, then obviously I probably would have a harder time. Yeah, it was most likely just a normal ankle sprain, nothing too serious. So yeah, like I said, I should be good by Friday. As for tomorrow's video, since we do have time to talk about it, tomorrow's video, if we don't get a banner, since we don't have really any information if there's a banner or not, if there's no banner, then we'll just go straight into prepping for the CM. Probably starting off with Suzuka. I really want to try Suzuka. Just a normal one. I don't really know when to use the swimsuit one. I have to look at her kit again just to see. Probably her, Mihono Bourbon, and I guess Sakura Bakashino Sports Fest. 2 of them not being, you know, legit short distance, but you know, it'll work out for what I need. Obviously, I could use Taiki Shuttle. I only have the normal one. Who else do I have? I actually generally don't know who else I have for short distance that I can use. I could use Swimsuit Marzensky. Do I have Curran? I think I do have Curran, but I feel like maybe I'd have a better chance if I don't use Curran. I'm not sure, because I don't even think I have her at level 5. But I'd rather just use Suzuka, who's at level 5, 4-star. But yeah, I haven't had any luck at all with any Great Escape setup. Suzuka being the only one for me to pretty much practice Great Escape on, and I haven't been successful with it since I wanted to, you know, keep trying to do it. Obviously, I know it's pretty much just like a long distance setup, because you want to have your stamina stupid high so you can just outrun everyone. But I am having a hard time reaching max stamina for some reason. Even though I've done max stamina with non-stamina growth rate Umas with one card. Maybe it's because of the inheritance. I do probably have to swap some stuff around, but I don't know. The inheritance I have is pretty much the best I can give. So I don't know. I'll probably do some more test runs to see what'll happen. Honestly, if I had what, one more ticket, two more tickets for sure, I would have been able to make it a platform. Or if I had a better start, because I did have kind of a shaky start, I think. It felt like I had a shaky start at least. And then during the weekend was when it started doing better. That's kind of weird, but it's just the way it is for me, I guess. I'm just reloading the comments just to see if I missed anything. It doesn't look like I did. So that's good. That is good. Also, if I don't have a like on like any of the like reply or responses or comments, replies to any of the comments, I don't know, for some odd reason, every time I press like, refresh it, it's unliked, or I don't know. So if I don't have a like there, then I don't know. YouTube a little weird sometimes. A little weird sometimes. Although YouTube in general for me, as in like when I'm just watching, has been kinda laggy. I don't know if y'all are experiencing it. Probably not. Could just be I don't know, it's weird. It would only be lagging on YouTube though, so it could just be YouTube on my end. Sometimes when I be watching videos, it'll take a bit to load. Top of that, it will always be like choppy or laggy in the beginning. I just wanted to see if maybe that had anything to do with it. Probably not. Probably not. But let me actually take a look at some Umas here to see if I have any that can do short distance. Short distance, aptitude. Obviously, I don't have KS Miracle. I do have the normal bamboo memory, but do I want to use her? I don't know. Ichino Flower, what I do have her, but I don't have her like built up. I do wish I had either Daiichi Ruby or Machan, but I don't have any. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really have much when it comes to short distance. Technically could use Ramino because she does have a B. Don't know how I feel about using Hishiakabono, to be honest. Yamanen Zephyr does have a B on it also. But then that would just be like no true short distance for me then. Or at least an Uma that originally had short distance as an A. Not sure. Do I have Fuji Kiseki? I think I do. Yeah, if just looking at this list, I could probably just use Akrobaka Shino and the others I said. I don't think I'll be able to use anyone else. I can, but I kind of feeling just pure escapes, you know? Kind of feeling it. But other than that, we were what, 1,040 points short. So technically speaking, not technically, we did better last time, because last time we were literally, I think, double or barely triple double points away from plat 4. So we did slightly worse this time around, but it's okay. We got plat 3 on both occasions, so I guess it's all right. We ended off on plat 3 as predicted, being a little short from plat 4, but honestly, like I said, it was expected. Especially with the rough start we had in the beginning, having what, 4 or 5 fourth places. Also, most likely was the deal and why I didn't get to plat 4. But other than that, that is pretty much going to be the end of this video, guys. So if you guys did make it this far in this video, I do want to thank all of you who made it this far. And if you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know your final results for the League of Heroes. If I'm assuming just y'all are not making it to the next event or the next stage. So yeah, I just want to know how far y'all made it, whether it's just platinum or anywhere in platinum. Doesn't really matter. I just want to see how far y'all got through. But it should have been fairly easy to make it to plat regardless, with it, you know, with the way it is. But other than that, tomorrow going back into training, we'll be training Suzuka as a great escape. If I remember to do the, you know, the race, I have forgotten to do that extra Japan Cup race, so hopefully I won't forget it in the middle of the video tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's video will be Suzuka if we don't have a banner video. And then if we don't get a banner tomorrow, but we get it like the next day, then obviously we'll go over the banner whenever it does release. But if not, then we'll just keep training for the CM. We have what, pretty much a month to get ready for it. I want to say I'm pretty confident in it, but at the same time, with the way my Suzuka runs have been going, it's kind of bad. I think it went to the point where I was like, you know what, let me train my Hono Bourbon first and see how I can get it. But with that being said, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.